Hello everybody, once again we are here with another beer review. My name is Joey and today we're going to be talking about another beer by Left Handed Brewing. As you may or may not be familiar, my first beer review on this channel was for Left Hand Milk Stout Nitro, which left a very good impression on my taste buds. So I figured when I was at the liquor store buying that, I should probably try something different by them, see what they got, and this one intrigued me. It's called Fade to Black. I don't know if you can really read that with all the design on here. Gotta say, I really like the graphics these guys use when they design their bottles. And just like the milk stout, they also have some interesting stuff on the back here. You know, telling you what's in there as well as how you should serve it. It says about 50 degrees Fahrenheit in a goblet. Unfortunately, I don't have a goblet, so this will just have to do. Future stuff I'll get at some point, different beer glasses when I have the time. It's also saying in here we just got Rocky Mountain water and malted barley, malted wheat, hops, and yeast. Sounds like a pretty ordinary beer to me. But it's called Fade to Black, so I'm expecting some rich darkness going on here. And I also had a friend who's a fellow beer drinker who said he enjoyed this, so I'm kind of curious to see if it's something I will enjoy. So let's pop this open. While I'm popping this open, I do want to say one thing you may or may not have noticed. Oh, that was almost catastrophic. One thing you may or may not have noticed is there will be a lot of jump cuts and sometimes notes thrown in at various points that I don't mention. The main reason for that is, some things have obtrusive noise, some things don't sound as good. So I'll cut those out, and as well as that with the notes, those are just things I throw in there just to make sure I cover a note that I may not have talked about, and maybe something I experienced later on after drinking more of this when I was done shooting, so just keep that in mind. Alright, enough chitter chatter, let's go ahead and pour Fade to Black. Just gonna do it. Does it have any specific instructions like the other one? No, this one doesn't, okay. Milk Stout Nitro told me to pour hard, so I'm just going to pour this one ordinarily. And that is some dark beer, that is for sure. Not a very good head. That could have just been how I poured, I don't really know. I'm looking at this and you cannot even see through this. This is an incredibly dark beer. It's got a very dark tan head with what little I got. Man, I hate when I do that. But comes with a trade. Of course, I also don't have a goblet, so maybe that'll help. I don't know. But from what I'm seeing, it's very dark, so you can't really see any carbonation or anything like that. Poured really smooth, so I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen when I drink this. So let's just go ahead and do that, because I've been tempted enough. Actually, I'm going to give it a nice smell real quick before I do that. Whew, that does smell really what you would expect from a dark beer. It is very rich in the... It has a very malty scent to it, very rich. Smells like it's going to be very heavy, but we'll see what happens. So, cheers. And yeah, that is a dark beer if I've ever had one. Does it say what it specifically is here? No, it just calls it Fade to Black Ale. So it's very rich in flavor. I like it. Once again, they do the whole giving us good flavor thing quite nicely off the initial sip. What does it say on here? I like this little statement they have on here. Fade to black, that time of year when the light fades away. Brewed for darkness, Fade to Black speaks in volumes. That definitely does do. Yeah, the second sip just as good as the first one. This is actually pretty good. It's very much got the kind of maltiness that you would expect from a really dark ale like a stout, and a really good blend of grains. I can't quite tell what specifically because I'm not that experienced yet. But if you like darker, weightier beers, this might be something you might enjoy. Flavor really blends very good. It has the right level of hops to go with how dark this is. It didn't overdo. Everything just seems really balanced in this one, and I really like it. The carbonation is there. It's not super heavy, but I will say Fade to Black is leaving a very nice impression. I would describe it as very crisp and very bold. Like, the taste itself, it hits your tongue really good, but it also has a lot of flavor there, so it's really nice. Definitely something I will easily pick up again, whether or not it's that time of year or not. Honestly, I had no idea what to expect with this. I expected, obviously, to be a dark beer, but this is more than more enjoyment than I was expecting. I quite like this a lot, and this is definitely one of those things I'll have to recommend to people, including yourself. So, in case you couldn't quite tell, I guess I would have to. You know what? We're gonna call this a tier 1 beer, because I feel like if anyone really likes dark beer, they should definitely try this, because it's very nice. Very good flavor. Everything blends well, and it really grazes your palate nicely and leaves a real good taste. So I would highly recommend this one. So once again, Left Hand Brewery leaves a really good impression for me. So that's really great. And as always, if you have comments, your own personal opinions, feedback, things you'd like to say about this beer, or recommendations similar to it, feel free to do so in the comments section. And as always, from me, Joey, to you, cheers.